well in Arabic. You are familiar with the infinitive and gerund. I like to drink tea. I like drinking tea. Do you have the same construction in Arabic? أحب أن أشرب الشاي. أحب شرب الشاي. You think that the structure of gerund and infinitive in English is the same like it in Arabic? The gerund, the infinitive is called modified derived nominal or covert derived nominal. However, the gerund is called derived nominal. يعني المصدر الصريح والمصدر المؤول في اللغة العربية. Do you think that infinitive and gerund in English are the same like المصدر الصريح والمصدر المؤول in Arabic? Completely no. We don't have this. We have differences between them. For the infinitive and gerund, I'm going to tell you that we have 3 types of verbs that accept either infinitive or gerund or both. These are the emotive verbs of English, the aspectual verbs of English, and forward-oriented verbs of English. We need to see this and their equivalents in Arabic and come out with the difficulties and areas of interlingual and intralingual errors. In week 15, we need to speak about adjectives and adverbs. So week 15 will be focused on adjectives. We have attributive adjectives and we have predicative adjectives. When I say, for example, clever student, this is predicative or attributive adjective. Which one?
Again, doctor, please.
Adjective. We speak about the adjective.
Yes, that's
students. Clever. Is it attributive or predicative one?
I think it is predicative because I mean that those students particularly are clever or brilliant.
Once you have, in English, we have the adjective modifying the noun.
The nouns, yes.
Post modifying. Mostly pre-modifying. The pre-modifying adjectives are called attributive adjectives. And the adjectives which are post-modifying the noun are called predicative adjectives. Predicative adjectives. When I say, for example, late president. Late president. When I say late president, this is attributive. The president late. This is predicative. يعني الرئيس متأخر. لكن late president I mean الرئيس المرحوم. So we have
yes,
in meaning. Do you think that the structure of adjectives of English is the same like the structure of adjectives in Arabic? And do you have strict word order for the structure of adjectives in English? Is it the same like Arabic? For Arabic, it depends on importance. يعني احنا بنرتب الادجectives باللغه العربيه الصفات حسب الاهميه والاقل اهميه والاقل اهميه وهكذا. But in English, we have strict word order of adjective. It is called obsession. Obsession. Okay?
Yes, this is the order of adjectives. What comes first and what comes next and what comes last regarding describing the noun.
Could I have your name? Could I have your name, please? Could I have your name?
Muhammad.
محمد. ممتاز يا محمد. Okay. Right. So we have strict word order. Okay. Obsession. I'm going to explain it very in detail later on. Now, adverbs. The adverbs are also of strict word order in English. But in Arabic, they are used according to their importance. يعني حسب الأهمية باللغة العربية. So once you translate, you have to consider the word order of adverbs and the word order of adjectives in English, because it is different from Arabic. Okay? So we need to see this in detail as well in week 16. Week 17, okay, will be restricted to the style in English and Arabic. the style of English differs from the style of Arabic. So once you translate, don't translate word to word translation or say sentence to sentence. It's wrong. So when I say, for example, يعني إن الحياة مزيج من النعيم والبؤس واللذة والألم والسعادة والشقاء والحياة لا تكون دائما عسرا إنما يأتي بعد العسر يسر لذا فكل منا متعرض أن يقع في عسر ويسر في نفس الوقت واليوم جئنا نتحدث إليكم عن قطاع غزة وحصار قطاع غزة والتبرعات لأهل قطاع غزة. So we have the topic sentence in Arabic as we see. The topic sentence comes last or first?
Comes last at the end of the context.
Comes at last. But in English, once you translate, you cannot do that. You need to go straight ahead to the topic sentence. Okay?
Of course, I'm flexible when it comes to using English contexts. Yes.
Excellent. So today we are here to get donations for Gaza, for the Gaza Strip people who are suffering from the siege which has been imposed on Gaza for about 15 years. So you go straight ahead to the point and then you come to supporting sentences. But in Arabic, you start with generic ideas in supporting sentences and you end with the topic sentence. So once you translate, you cannot translate sentence after sentence or word after word, okay? This will be called literal translation, which is not acceptable. So we need to see the style of English and the style of Arabic, and this will help very much every one of us to translate from Arabic to English or from English to Arabic, okay? يعني we are going to see the adjectives in English, the adjectives, the adverbs in English as well, and its equivalence or their equivalence in Arabic. So this is to come out with what is called negative and positive interference errors that may be committed by you or your students in future. So we need to see this. We spoke about the attributive and predicative adjectives, and we cited an example, and you answered the question which I just asked regarding the clever student. This is attributive adjective. President late. This is predicative adjective.
Predicative, yes.
Also, we need to touch what is called style, the style in English and the style in Arabic. This is in week 17. So once we speak about the style in English, we find that English is specific language. While it starts with a topic sentence, then supporting sentences. However, in Arabic, Arabic is generic language. Starts with general ideas and come out to specific ideas. For example, this will
we can start with the subordinate clauses in Arabic, but in English sometimes we are like biased.
We have
yes.
sentences and supporting sentences. So in English we start with a topic straight ahead, but in Arabic we start with supporting sentences and we leave the topic sentence to the end. For example, this will be cited for translation. When I say, for example, إن الحياة مزيج من النعيم والبؤس واللذة والألم والسعادة والشقاء والعسر واليسر ولا يوجد عسر إلا يليه يسر ولا يغلب عسر ولا يغلب يسر ولا يغلب عسر يسرين إن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا. Okay, when I say an usr, this is one because it is definite. Yusra, this is indefinite, يعني more than one yusr. Okay, so إن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا. كل إنسان منا يحتاج أو لابد أن يقع أو يمارس حياته خليطا من اليسر والعسر. من أجل ذلك نحن قدمنا إليكم اليوم لنتحدث عن حصار قطاع غزة ونجمع التبرعات لأهل غزة المحاصرين. What is the topic sentence?
نتكلم عن أهل غزة ونجمع التبرعات لأهل غزة. And everything, yes.
This is the topic sentence. It comes later. It comes at the
Yes.
end of the talk. Now, once you translate, Muhammad, you translate right from the beginning to the end, or you start from the end to the beginning? Once you
No, here I have to start from the end to the beginning because the context is different than Arabic and English.
Okay.
I have to form the sentences differently.
This is the cultural difference. So now the
Yes.
structure of Arabic differs from English. So once you translate right from the end, according to the context which you understood. So we don't mind about the structure of sentences, the classification of sentences. We deal with the style. Okay? The style of English differs from Arabic. English is specific language, while Arabic is generic language. So we have to take this in our consideration once we translate from English to Arabic and vice versa. Okay? We need to speak about this in detail, just later on. This is the course outline of the course which I need you to follow up. Okay? Now we need to come up to the first lecture, which is entitled Contrastive Linguistics. Okay? The course book which you are going to have this is called Issues in Contrastive Linguistics. It is written by me, Professor Dr. Walid Amr, 2019. I'll upload it to you on your model. Is that okay? I'll give you the ebook.
Yes, that's fine, doctor. No problem. We can download it once you put it on the model.
Sure. I'll try to upload it today, inshallah. So this
But, doctor, is it available in the bookstore?
I don't think so. It is available. I have printed it in the university bookshop, but I don't have. I don't know whether there are copies there or not, or you are allowed to enter the university now. So I'll add it or I'll upload it to your model, okay, to let you just see it and you can read from it if you like.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's because they can, like, they can deliver it to us. Like, we can ask for the book and they can get the book to us, you know?
I'll try to ask the university bookshop if they could just print it to you. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Here I would like to draw your attention to the lectures which we are going to have. I'll upload every lecture to you on the model and also in the WhatsApp group. And I hope that all your colleagues will join us on the WhatsApp group. It's very, very important. Okay? So try to inform them to join the WhatsApp group immediately. Now we come to the class, the first class. Contrastive, the difference between contrastive linguistics and comparative linguistics. Are you ready now? Do you need to take a break or to continue?
We can continue.
Yeah, we can go on, yeah.
Okay, so can continue now? You
Yeah.
still have energy? Yes, that's good. So contrastive linguistics. The contrastive linguistics can be regarded as branch of comparative linguistics. And the larger course is called comparative linguistics. And contrastive linguistics is only a branch of comparative linguistics. Your course is called comparative linguistics. Okay. Now, contrastive linguistics deals with pairs of languages which are socio-culturally linked. And we speak about languages from the same family. Once you speak about English and Italian, German, for example, they are Indo-European languages, and they are from the same family. So contrastive linguistics deals with two languages or more from the same family. So for Arabic is Semitic language. So if you speak about Arabic, Hebrew, Persian, you find them from the same source, the same family. So contrastive linguistics deals with languages from the same family, the same linguistic family. Okay? So we need to touch both modules or both sciences, I mean comparative and contrastive linguistics. So once we speak about languages which are socio-culturally linked, they are from the same culture. Okay. Here we have, once you speak about English and Arabic, we come out to, bilingual speakers and trilingual speakers or multilingual speakers. Okay. So once you speak about, the discourse, oral or written discourse, you find this is available in English and can be translated into Arabic or other languages. Okay, so languages from the same culture are the concern of contrastive linguistics. Languages from different culture, they are the concern of comparative linguistics. See? Now, if we need to define contrastive linguistics, we can say that contrastive linguistics deals with pairs of languages, such as Spanish and Basque, for example, but not with Latin and the Australian language, or say Australian or Arabic. We have differences between Arabic and Australian, Arabic and English. They are different. So if you compare between them, you come out with comparative linguistics or contrastive linguistics. We say Arabic and English. Is that comparative linguistics or contrastive linguistics?
We can say both of them, because contrastive linguistics is part of the comparative linguistics.
It's part of comparative linguistics. Once you speak about English and Arabic, this is comparative linguistics. But if you employ comparative linguistics for the interests of teaching English or teaching Arabic, you come out to contrastive linguistics. Because contrastive linguistics deals with teaching. And comparative linguistics deals with languages which are not linked together culturally. So you can call, or you can present what is called contrastive linguistics in dealing with this study. Arabic and English structure, for example. Okay, Arabic and English lexes, Arabic and English style. So you have to use here what is called contrastive linguistics, because you need to employ your work with what is called teaching English or teaching Arabic. But if you compare between the two languages, for the sake of knowing the differences and similarities, we come out with comparative linguistics. Okay? So contrastive linguistics needs identical or similar socio-cultural link between the languages under investigation. And the two languages must be socio-culturally related to each other. Okay? Now we have contrastive linguistics, which is designed to carry, say, practical purpose or to achieve practical purposes in teaching foreign languages and in translation. So once you speak about translation, we come out with contrastive linguistics, okay? Because it gives you descriptive basis for such applications and for translation or teaching. So the research program of contrastive linguistics can be summed up as a comparison with purpose. So you compare between the two languages purposefully. I mean, you do that for the sake of translation, for the sake of teaching. You have a purpose once you translate. But once you compare or once you use contrastive linguistics. However, comparative linguistics is done only for identifying the similarities and dissimilarities between two languages or three languages or more than three languages, multi-languages, yeah. Okay? So it focuses, contrastive linguistics here focuses on the differences rather than similarities between languages. Okay? Now, the contrastive linguistics is based on the following assumptions. First, language acquisition. The first language acquisition and foreign language learning, which differs fundamentally, especially in the cases where the foreign language is learned later than the mother tongue. Yeah, and what does this mean? Now you acquire your Arabic and you come out speaking Arabic. How did you acquire your Arabic? You acquire it as a first language. Does it come after your birth, or you have supportive elements that come in your mind innately? Yani we say that the child, we have different theories here. We have, for example, the behaviorist theory. Scholar, for example, this is the figure of the behaviorist theory, who states that language is a set of habits. The more you learn habits, the more you learn language. This is the behaviorist. And the behaviorist theory is the source of the communist theory. يعني هي أساساً نظرية الشيوعية. Do you believe that language is learned through habits? The more you learn habits, the more you learn language. Is that correct? So what do you say, Muhammad? Muhammad.
I think acquiring a language depends on how the child is surrounded by this language since the very beginning of his life. Let's say since he's born until his first steps in just having this language by his caretaker, by the people around him talking about using this language. And it depends also on how much he listens to this language and try to stimulate, try to imitate, try to speak.
Excellent. Yeah, this is the view of what is called the empirical school. This is BJ and Putnam. They say that the child is born with blank slate mind. يعني بينزل ومخه صفحة بيضاء، فيش عقله فيه حاجة. Then he acquires everything from nature, from around his own family, the environment. Here, you know, BJ says that the language is acquired by intelligence, but he says that intelligence is also acquired. Yani, intelligence comes after birth. But Putnam contradicted with BJ, who are from the same school, the empirical school. He states that the intelligence is innate, and the child is born with intelligence. And this intelligence helps the child acquire the language through experience. So once you practice the experience of Arabic, you speak Arabic. Once you practice the experience of English, you speak English. Russian, you speak Russian. French, you speak French. Okay? But we have another school that is called the Rationalist School. That is the Chomskyan school. Chomsky is the figure of the Rationalist school. Sorry. It states that the child is born with innate ideas and mental faculties. Yani you have innate ideas you come out with. I mean the child, while he is fetus, he is equipped with what is called innate ideas. What are these innate ideas? And mental faculties. What does it mean, mental faculties? I mean the faculty of mathematics, the faculty of truth, the faculty of faithfulness, okay, the faculty of ethics. These are born with the child, with the baby, you see, along with the innate ideas. Now, these innate ideas
Yes.
help the child or the baby once coming out after birth to learn language, not to acquire language, learn language through experience. So if we define language according to the rationalists, we say that the language is a set of innate ideas and mental faculties which are developed through experience. So once you practice the experience of English, you speak English. Once you practice the experience of Arabic and you are born in an Arabic environment, you speak Arabic. If you practice this in a Russian environment, you speak Russian, etc., etc., etc. So Chomsky says the child is born with innate ideas and mental faculties. What are these innate ideas? The innate ideas, which I mean, are the universal grammar rules. And the child is equipped with how to structure a sentence, how to structure meaningful utterance through universal grammatical rules. Okay? These universal grammatical rules are called syntactic categories. Syntactic categories. Okay? Yani the noun phrase, the verb phrase, the adjective phrase, the adverb phrase, the preposition phrase, the inflection phrase, the determiner phrase, okay, the IP phrase, an inflection phrase, and also the complementizer phrase, okay, CP, or what is called, yani relative pronouns.
Good.
Okay, do you get
Doctor,
that?
but I have a question.
Yes.
Now, you say that the child acquisition for a language depends on his people who are around him and speak and practice, and he tries to imitate and listens much more. But when an Arab kid, he has Arab parents, and he's now born in the United States of America, will he be an American native since he was born on American soil, or he will be Arab because of his Arabic nationality for his parents?
No, I think
as long as he's going to listen for both languages, English and Arabic, will he be native?
The child has innate ideas and mental faculties that are applicable to all languages. They are universal. They are not specific to Arabic or to English. These ingredients, which the child is born with, are universal. Yani available among all kids or babies all over the world. So once the Arab child is born in, say, the States or Britain or wherever, he will get the language of the States or English or whatever. but this language is called first language, along with his Arabic. So the child can learn more than 7 languages, and they are called first languages, not second or foreign languages. Okay? Simultaneously, subconsciously.
Yes, at the same time, yes.
At the same time. So you may travel to Britain and have, new babies born for you, for example. There, they will speak Arabic as a native language and they speak English as a native language as well. Okay? So if you have a family consisting of a Palestinian dad speaking Arabic, British mom speaking English, French grandmother speaking French, the child will come out speaking trilingual. He will be trilingual, speaking 3 languages: Arabic, English, French, okay, as native languages, as first language. And now if you, here in Gaza, train your child speaking English and Arabic, he will come out as a native speaker, speaking English as a first language and Arabic as a second language, as a first language, sorry. Now, this means that the dad,
yes, as first.
Dad, the Palestinian dad, for example, will speak in Arabic all the time, but the mother will communicate with her children in English all the time. So you'll find the child speaking to his mom in English and speaking to his dad in Arabic without confusing or mixing between the 2 languages. So the child has the power to learn more than 7 languages as first languages. And for the universal grammar, or say the innate ideas and the mental faculties, they are universal, they are available in all languages. That's why Chomsky says that we have E-language and I-language. When I have E-language, this is external language. يعني اللغة اللي أنت بتتكلمها. لكن E-language, you have the language which is available in your mind before birth. يعني in your brain. طبعا أنتوا أخذتوا sociolinguistics, psycholinguistics.
صح يا دكتور أخذناهم.
ممتاز. Now we have, for the structure of the brain, we have 2 hemispheres, the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere, صح? The left hemisphere is available.
Yes, the 2 hemispheres of the brain, yes.
Yes, the language is available in the left hemisphere in an area called Broca's area, صح? We have Broca's area, we have area Sheka, طيب. Now these areas are responsible for producing or projecting language, I mean the Broca's area, while the vernix area is responsible for receiving language, يعني receiving the language and understanding the language of others. How could the child understand and respond to others? He has been equipped with innate ideas and mental faculties before birth. So once he comes out to life after birth, he deals with experience. He comes with the experience of Arabic or maybe of English or both. So he learns the 2 languages as first language. But for you, you learned English as a second or foreign language. So this is done consciously, not subconsciously. Yeah, you learn that by others, either by at school or university or others. You understand the difference between conscious learning and subconscious learning? Subconscious learning is...
Yeah, but I have a point here.
Yes.
You asked that how a child responds to a language, for example. I mean, that to be words that are or said to the people can deliver language, writing, hand gesture, head movement, body language was considered for held as to respond to actions, to respond to sayings from, because he sometimes cannot be able to produce words or fully complete sentences.
The child first of all إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد كل أولئك كان عنه مسؤولا. كل أولئك كان عنه مسؤولا. So we have.
صحيح.
الشباب أنا بدي أقطع المحاضرة وأرجع تاني. أقطعها وأرجع تاني إنه خلص الوقت معي.
ماشي يا دكتور.
أرجع تاني خليكم معي.